Young QBs, this is a presentation that's really geared toward the older guys. I apologize for it, but if you're really geeking out on football, there are some terms and things here that you can go ahead and get yourself familiar with, although you probably won't be facing them for a while. Hopefully not in a while. Guys, get yourself comfortable, get in a quiet spot, get your sandwich and your drink. You're really going to need to focus. This is probably the longest tape that I'm sending you. I think it's extremely important, and I want you to watch it a minimum of 3 times. The first time that you go through, stop and start this tape. If there's anything you don't understand, take notes, go back, watch it again. It'll probably be your longest viewing, but make sure by the time the tape ends, you understand exactly what the coverage is and how it's being played and what it defends. All right. The second time, go through, think of your concepts that run into the areas that are being defended. Okay, what decisions would you make? Or if you knew it was the concept to your right was being defended by this coverage and you knew it wasn't any good, why would you go to the other side? And then the third time, go through it with an offensive mind, knowing that defensively they can't defend everything. So you look at the spaces that are left undefended. For instance, when they're running toward a bubble, instead of your number one running vertical, what if he curled inside behind the defender and sat down in the open space? You'll notice, too, on the tapes, a lot of times there's 3 people rushing and 6 people protecting. And a lot of times the back isn't hitting anybody. So what if your back was out on, say, a check release or a free release, or if he ran to the linebacker that was there to cover him and he ran a little option route into space, right? Start thinking about how you would attack this defense because, believe me, it can be attacked. You're going to hear terms throughout here. Try to define some of them for you quickly. The first one is quarters. We talked about that. I'll come back to that. You'll hear two read and palms. Those are actually the same thing. The terms are used interchangeably. You'll hear match and read or pattern read. Those are synonyms. That's what both of these coverages do, whether it's palms or quarters. Cover 4 shell is what they like to play out of because it looks a lot like cover 2 and it gives them a little camouflage, so maybe tough to tell, but you'll be able to tell by defensive back techniques and things like that what's going on. You'll hear cloud and sky. Those relate to the corners. A cloud corner is somebody's playing up tough, 5 to 6 yards. A sky corner is just the opposite. It has more vertical responsibility, and the safety is the one that comes down and plays all those short and quick patterns. They kind of invert responsibility, it's called in football language, okay? Back to quarters and palms. The main difference between quarters and palms or 2 read, it's the same thing, is that in quarters, the safeties are heavily involved in the run. It's a way for the defense to get 9 people in the box to defend the run. It's also called 4 read or cut 4. In palms or 2 read, the safeties aren't as heavily involved in the fit. So that's a big distinction between those two, although palms and 2 read still allow them to get about 9 people around the line of scrimmage to defend quick passes and runs. When you go through the first time, don't be intimidated. Like I said, go through this 3 times. It's going to take some effort, but that effort will be worth it because that'll lead you to being able to have command of your offense, not just play quarterback. Have a great afternoon. Study the tape. Talk to you tomorrow.